I think we're live. All right, I accidentally hit live, but that's okay. Let me know if everything's good, if y'all can hear me, if it's a horizontal picture, not vertical. We're in Branson, and you can see the water fountain back there. I just missed the live show. I wanted to go live a few minutes ago and was just having all kinds of issues, so you can see the light show. But there'll be another light show at 8 a.m. your time if you're watching in Eastern time zone. Yeah, it's I got it all confused, but we're about an hour behind the Eastern time zone. But anyways, this is Bailey. We're at the Branson landing. I got one more day to film. Been filming here about 10 days, and I'm gonna talk you through some of the show. So if you're there, chime in. Let me see the comments so that I know. And if you have any questions, I'm going to try to pay more attention to the questions on this one. I'm going to walk you around a little bit around the landing, but if you have questions. Hey, Tate, good to see you. Watching the bananas. Oh, the bananas are playing tonight. Yeah, I love them, but Savannah bananas. So I'm going to put Bailey in the backpack here, and we'll walk around here a little bit. Let me move the camera up a little bit. All right, I'm back, so I'm going to put the camera up and we're going to go walk around. So let me turn the camera towards the water fountain so y'all can see. This is the water fountain. Now the shows it is every hour. I thought it was every half hour because I think they just switched it to every hour. But anyways, every hour on the hour, there's water shows here with cannons. These round cylinder things. They shoot up fire. So hey, Alex, good to see you. So I'll let you see too the little pavilion they have here. So you got little what do you call this? A outdoor pavilion with grass and benches where you can sit and watch the fire show. This river behind here is called Bull Shoals River. And there's a jet boat tour that happens with it. Hey James, welcome. Love there. You stayed at the hotel across from there 2 years in a row. Yeah, let me know which hotel that was. But the Branson jet boat is over there. In fact, I'm about ready to post a short from that very shortly. That's a really good jet boat. You get pretty wet in that. So what hotel would you recommend staying at? I'm visiting Branson soon. Well, Thousand Hills Hotel is good. That's one that we're going to show on the video. But there's some lodges too that you may want to consider. I'm actually staying at cabins called Cabins at Grand Mountain, which is connected with Thousand Hills. It's just their cabins. Hey Felicia, good to see you. Thank you for joining. We're here at Branson Landing. I'm going to walk through all the shops and everything and show you. But yeah, as far as lodging, there's about 10 different spaces for lodging that we're going to show in the video. I mean, everything from hotels to resorts to golf clubs to cabins. A lot of them some of them are kind of on the higher end, but we're going to show a few lower. And Thousand Hills is a big 9-story hotel that's near the Strip. Oh, you stay there twice in a row. So for those of you who don't know Branson, you basically have the landing, which is here near the water, and then the Strip, which I believe is about like 3 miles away. Now the Strip here is a little bit different than the Pigeon Forge Strip. Whereas in Pigeon Forge, you got a 3-lane big highway that goes through the Strip. Here, it's only a 1-lane highway. So it gets pretty busy when the shows are happening, which actually the shows are happening all day. But, at the fountain. Hey, James. You stayed at the fountain and lake you showed? Yeah. So we're walking through the landing. What was I talking about? Yeah, as far as the strip. So being that the strip here in Branson is only a 2-lane road, it gets pretty busy in the evening times, like from 5 to 9, you know, when a lot of those shows are happening. But you also have shows during the day too. And talking about shows, comparing it to Pigeon Forge, you have a lot more shows here than you do in Pigeon Forge. Now, Pigeon Forge, you got the great dinner shows that we showed you. You know, Hatfields and McCoys, Pirates, and Stampede. Now here they also have a Stampede, which that's the one show I still got to do. Let me show you the little kiddie train here. So the difference between the Stampede and Pigeon Forge and the Stampede here, the Stampede in Pigeon Forge has that Butterfly Dreams that we showed in the Pigeon Forge video. Here the Stampede has a little lumberjack segment mixed into it. So there's a lot of similarities, but there's some differences too. Now, as far as the shows in general, Branson has way more shows than Pigeon Forge. Oh, you took a Branson Railway. Hey, what did you think about the Branson Railway, James? The reason why I asked, because they are one of the very few businesses that wouldn't respond to me. Almost everybody else has responded with open arms. And then talking to other people around here, they've kind of said the Branson Railway is like that. They just don't really communicate with the other businesses around here. They kind of stay to themselves. You've been looking to the Branson Railway. Oh, Felicia, yeah. I'll still mention it on the video. I wanted to get on it and show it, but like I said, they wouldn't respond to me. And then the company who hired me, who has contact with just about all the businesses, they kind of said that the Branson Railway just kind of, that they don't really work well with other businesses. So I'll mention it on the video, but unfortunately won't be able to show you the ride. But we will show you the jet boat, as well as all the things to do on the lake. Oh, you enjoyed the train, so you had a good experience on the train. Yeah, you know, and I love trains. I always like to feature a train when it's here. One thing that they have here, but hasn't seemed to be working. I know I've been here for about 10 days. They have this balloon, the Parakeet Peaks balloon. I think this is somewhat similar. Was it Disney? What do they call it? The boardwalk at Disney. That they have a little balloon. They have this little balloon that goes up. You know, I think a couple hundred feet. But I haven't seen it operating in all 10 days that I've been here. There's the Paula Dean's back there. That's kind of the end of this little mall area at Branson Landing. So we'll walk back the other way. So let me talk about the shows. Some of the shows, oh, there's Darth Vader here. This is the other business that really wouldn't respond to me, Queen Esther. For some reason, they wouldn't let me film there when all the other shows allowed me to. That's at the Sight and Sound Theater. So that's the only other thing I'm not going to be able to show you much of. But we have filmed 15 shows and still got one more show to film, which is the Stampede. There's Darth Vader over there. So as far as the shows, some of the shows I really liked was, you got Shepherds of the Hills. That's an area that has an adventure park and several shows. They have an outdoor drama, which we showed in the 2021 video, and that outdoor drama is really good. They also have another outdoor show called the Wild West Mystery Dinner Show, and we did film that. We're going to show it. It has some horse stunts. I was expecting to be somewhat like the outdoor drama, but to be honest, it wasn't as good. There wasn't as many actors. There was about 4 or 5 actors, and then you had horse stunts. But at Shepherds of the Hill, they have a show called $1 Million Quartet, which is awesome. It's the story of Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash, and their booking manager. You know, and of course they do the music, but they also act and tell the story of their record company and all that, and it's really good. The guy who does Elvis sounds just like Elvis, and the guy who does Johnny Cash sounds just like Johnny Cash. So I was really impressed with that. That's $1 Million Quartet, which is at the Shepherds of the Hills. So Shepherds of the Hills has about 5 shows. Those 2 I'd recommend, the outdoor drama and the $1 Million Quartet. They also have a chuck wagon. We're coming across some music here. So some live music. They also have another show called a Chuck Wagon Dinner, which isn't much of a show. I mean, you get a dinner and they have 4 guys who do bluegrass music. So hopefully you can hear me with that music. So those are the shows at Shepherds of the Hills. Some other shows are really good. Of course, there's the Hay Goods, which we showed in 2020. Wife and I really enjoy the shops where you're at. Oh yeah, what shops do you like? Again, the shows that I thought were really good were the Hay Goods. Also, the one I filmed last night was the Hughes Brothers. Now, it's called Hughes Brothers, but you've been to Brandon, Vermont. Oh yeah, and I live in Brandon, Florida, but this is Branson, Missouri. But welcome, Brandon, Vermont. So what was I saying about the shows? The Hay Goods, which was shown in 2020, is just out of this world. And they have a new routine where they have a guy with a rocket ship go across the audience. You know, they've always had the upside down guitar player come in, which is awesome. And they do all kinds of amazing feats while playing music, and the great people. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Hughes Brothers. So the Hughes Brothers. Here's the water. We'll walk over here so you kind of see the water fountain from up here. This is a little water fountain that's at the top of the plaza. So the Hughes Brothers is really good too. Even though it's called Hughes Brothers, it's more than just the Hughes Brothers. But it's really their whole families and extended families. In fact, they probably have maybe 30 to 40 people that are in the show. Even the little kids as young as like 5 years old are in the show, and they're really good. They do all kinds of things during the show while playing music, rollerblades. Oh yeah, James, so you saw the Hay Goods 25 years ago. Yeah, well they're still going strong, and it's still high energy and very worth seeing. And then this morning we did Bailey's favorite show. Let me turn it around. We did Bailey's favorite show, although she didn't see it because I didn't bring her when I was filming. What was that? Spell check turned Branson into Brandon. Oh yeah, oh I see. Oh, so it's Branson, Vermont. Yeah, so this morning we saw Pets and Giggles, which is at the Country Jubilee Theater. The country, let me turn this around so you can see. The Country Jubilee Theater has about 4 shows, and the Pets and Giggles shows every morning at 10 a.m. And it's kind of half animals and half little kids doing like summer camp type activities and games that are funny, you know, and makes the audience laugh. So they usually will alternate. They bring the dogs out and do a routine, and then they'll do just a routine with people and kids, and they'll call kids up from the audience and have them play games that, you know, gets the audience to laugh. Thus the name Giggles. So it's called Pets and Giggles. and that's at the Country Jubilee Theater. Now there's a show, their main show there is Country Jubilee, and they also have a couple other shows. Actually, they got Grand Jubilee, which is what I show, and then they have a show called Country Jubilee, which is just country music, and that was pretty good. The Jubilee, I would say, is more geared maybe towards older people, but it was good still. And then the other theater I want to mention is Reza Live Theater. You know, Reza is a magician, but he has his own theater now, and they got 4 shows from that theater, and all 4 shows are good. We'll show all 4 shows, but of course, Reza is a fairly famous magician, does a great wild routine. But they also have Dustin, God, what was his name? He won America's Most Wanted. Dustin, if somebody help me out. He does a lot of mentalist type, magician type activities. Gosh, I wish I could think of his name. It starts with T. Dustin. Something. Maybe I'll see one of his posters. But he was real good. And he's a real good person too. He gives a lot of his earnings to Compassion International. But they did some wild stuff, you know, where a lot of these magicians, you know, they'll throw something out in the audience so that they'll pick something random, you know, that they couldn't plan. And then they have that person come up, and they did this on that show, and they had this random girl come up, and then somehow they had her license plate from her car that they presented to her. You know, how in the world they were able to do that. But they do a lot of stuff like that with numbers. So that's a good show to see there. Wait until you see the video. Now the video, this is going to be a real challenge to do. You know, I like to do it in one video, but I may have to split it up in 2 videos, because if I do keep it in one video, it's probably going to have to be at least 45 minutes, because the fact that we're going to show 16 shows. This Bass Pro Shop, if somebody can help me, there's something very significant to this pro shop. It's one of the best Bass Pro Shops, I think, in the country, the biggest. Or there's a big museum inside of it too. So if you are a fisherman or any big outdoorsman type person, you know, when you hear it, everybody said you got to go into this Bass Pro Shop. And then a little right here, this is called the Topplex. I'll let you see the sign for kids. So we're going to kind of walk out a little bit towards Main Street. So if you want to hang with me, and then maybe you'll be on long enough to see this light show. See what time it is. Yeah. So you thought the largest one was in Tennessee, called the Pyramid. Okay. Yeah. That might be right, but there's something significant about this Bass Pro Shop. So, tiki bars. You know, we're going to show 10 resorts, and one of the resorts is called Rock Lane, the Rock Lane area, which is out on Table Rock Lake, and they have this tiki bar, which is really good. And that's something we're going to show on the video, the Rock Lane Tiki Bar. And so we'll walk out here a little bit to Main Street, so you can take a look at Main Street, and then we'll cross the railroad tracks where that train is at, that you can take a scenic train. Oh, you can actually see the scenic train through there. But we'll walk out in the main opening. So compared to Pigeon Forge, I would say it's even more spread out than Pigeon Forge. You know, of course, Pigeon Forge has the Smokies, which is hard to beat. But Branson has the lakes, the water sport activities that Pigeon Forge doesn't have. You know, the water skiing, that's something else we're going to show on the video, where you can do the water skiing, tubing by boat, you know, having the boat pull a tube along the water. A lot of water recreational activities here that you don't have in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. And traffic, I would say traffic might even be a little worse here than Pigeon Forge. Oh yeah, are you referring to the shows, Tate? Yeah, so there's another show at the Razor Live Theater. So we got Dustin Tavella. I think that's the name. Dustin Tavella, I believe is the name. And his sister's name is Tara, and she also does a pretty impressive. She's the one that does the routine with the license plate. That's pretty amazing, but no Pigeon Forge in Branson, the cities itself. Yeah, I think it's good to do both, because while they are somewhat similar, they're also different too. This area too is very, I mean, Pigeon Forge is very family oriented, but this area I think is even more. I mean, every show you see always has a salute at the end or somewhere in the show to veterans and family, and a lot of it's very, a lot of shows get very Christian oriented too, so with faith. So it's very much about faith, family, and country here. I'd say even more so than Pigeon Forge. So we're walking kind of outside of the landing here. And, oh, thank you for the compliment, Ed, I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, and my voice is going a little bit because I've been so busy filming, I've gotten off of my exercise routine because it's just been non-stop filming. So I've caught something, but I'm taking some Kaleido silver and aloe and all the powerful herbs. Hey, yeah, take a picture. And all the powerful herbs I know to fight whatever it is I caught. And I think I am fighting it. So, but I wanted to do more live videos, do more shorts, but there just hasn't been time. So we're right here at the Branson Scenic Railway. And I'll show you the train. Yeah, you know, it's a shame that they're not responsive and that they just kind of don't really talk to other businesses or respond to influencers like myself. Oh, something else I want to mention. I didn't mention maybe one of the best activities here, so hold on. Let me let you take a look at this train, then I'll talk about. Yeah, so that's Branson Scenic Railway. I believe that they do about 4 tours or 3 tours a day. So the other thing that you must do here is the Showboat Branson Bell. Now it's, you know, they have the theme park here, kind of like Pigeon Forge has Dollywood. Branson has Silver Dollar City, and I would say they're both good. You know, they're theme parks, not amusement parks. And the difference being a theme park, you know, has a theme to it. Like with Dollywood, the theme is Dolly Parton. Silver Dollar City, the theme is 1880s style. Because that's how Branson kind of started. There's a cave that's called Marble Cave that's underneath the Silver Dollar City. And I'll tell us in the video very creatively in some Western outfits and all kinds of outfits. It's going to be funny, but anyways, the whole story how Branson was founded, there was a cave that is under Silver Dollar City, and they started spreading word that there was marble in it. Well, there wasn't no marble in it, but people thought there was marble in it, so a lot of people came to the cave, and it became a tourist attraction. And so being that it already had a lot of people started to come, instead of changing the name, they changed it from Marble to Marvel with a V, Marvel Cave. But anyways, oh yeah, what I was saying, I got off track there. Yeah, but still, oh yeah, yeah, definitely, Silver Dollar City is worth it. Now it's not as big as Dollywood, which is kind of good because you don't have to walk around as much. I think Silver Dollar City is like 100 square acres, whereas Dollywood is 150 square acres. But Silver Dollar City has more hills, so you do kind of walk up and down a lot of hills, whereas Dollywood, I think it really has that one hill, but Silver Dollar City kind of has several hills. But Silver Dollar City owns the Branson Bell, and the Branson Bell is a must do. The shows on there is just amazing. I mean, it's out of this world. They do all these. I'm starting to get out of breath here because I'm going uphill, and then I haven't worked out in about 10 days. Mike, oh yeah, oh Branson Bell. So you like the Branson Bell?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Absolutely love the Branson Bell.
Yes. See, there you go. Yeah. Say hi, Bailey. Yeah. Yeah. See, there you have it. They love the Branson Bell too. Yeah, the shows on there is just phenomenal. They do all kinds of amazing costume changes. I don't know how they do it so quick, because the cruise is only 2.5 hours. But yeah, and this is, so we're walking down Main Street right now. This is kind of a famous store, this Dick's 5 and 10. It's a kind of a general store. That's one of the things I think eventually I'm going to get some video inside of, hopefully tomorrow. But there's a little look at Main Street for you. So we'll go back down this way. Yeah, so, oh, good exercise. Yeah. How has hospitality been received? Oh, yeah, the hospitality is great. Now, I will say, traffic seems, the traffic from, comparing this with when I was here in 2021, people do seem a little bit more ruder. And it's not people in Branson, it's the tourists. But that's just been my experience this time. It just seems people have been a little more ruder or impatient than they were in 2021. But in general, the hospitality is great. The businesses are great. And Silver Dollar City was great. Now, Silver Dollar City just treated me like royalty. They actually gave me, and I'll show this on the video, but they gave me a free rib platter that, I don't know, something like $50 or something. And then the guy who is there in charge of, the social media, he walked me through a lot of stuff, and he had lunch with me there at Silver Dollar City. Plus, in addition, they gave me a $15 certificate that I could use on food later on, which I used on ice cream. So the hospitality was just fabulous. And then he went with me on the cruise. So I got to talk to their social media guy, this Silver Dollar City. His name is Sawyer. Just a fabulous guy. And so he gave me lots of good info about the cruise. And also they gave me a tour of the captain steering the ship. They have this big 10-foot wheel. We'll show. Hello. They have this big, so we're walking back down to the landing there, and hopefully we'll catch the waterfall show here if it's getting close to the top of the hour. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, the captain was real nice. So he gave us a little tour of the inside and where they steer the ship, and they have this little mobile steering thing outside that he uses, when they're like docking or undocking. And I just I shot him by drone on a different day and happened to catch him outside steering the ship on the little mobile steering wheel that they have. But the cruise itself, the Branson Bell, it's a 2.5 hour cruise. and you know, and what you do, yeah, and you can go outside anytime you want, but generally what they do is you start the cruise on the inside, and there's about 40 minutes of kind of a pre-show, or maybe 30 minutes of a pre-show, and you eat, and then after that you go outside. Hey.
Are you a YouTuber?
Yeah, I am.
Can I be in one of your videos?
Yeah, I'll give you my card. In fact, you might be in the live video.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, we have the most viewed video of Branson from 2021, so if you just Google Branson on YouTube, you'll see our video. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, so anyways, with the cruise, you start out the first 30 minutes is like a pre-show where they have this magician guy, and he does a routine, and then they give you about 30 or 40 minutes to go outside and you know and see the river as it cruises on what's called Table Rock Lake, and so then you see the scenery, and then you generally come back inside and you watch the show, which I'd say is maybe about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, but it's impressive. Like I was saying, there's many costume changes. They go through all these movies throughout the years and themes, and I mean it just blew my mind. I was almost in tears at the end, just choked up. It was so good. And then they end up too with a contemporary Christian song, which is pretty cool. So I felt like I was at my church filming. You know, so that was pretty neat to see. And then, like all the shows, they end it with a patriotic tribute. That's pretty powerful. So we're back here on the corner again. There's the train, and we'll walk inside. Let me see my other phone. What time we have here? We got 12 minutes. So if you can hang on for 12 minutes. Yeah, it's called the Showboat Branson Belle is the name of the cruise. Showboat Branson Belle, and it's a huge ship, and you'll see it. You know, we showed it by drone in 2021, but being on the ship, oh my, you realize how big it is. It's got a huge showroom and stage. I mean, just massive on the inside, like a full Broadway stage. So, and the food is first class too. So that's the Branson Belle. I'd highly recommend. So Silver Dollar City owns that, and then they also own a water park called Whitewater. But unlike Dollywood, it's not next to the theme park. Whitewater is actually on the Strip. That's the water park of Silver Dollar City. Whereas Silver Dollar City, I think, is about 4 miles, maybe five miles away from the Strip. So it's a good 10-minute. 15-minute drive north of the Strip. Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and show you the waterfront. I didn't really walk down the waterfront too much. So again, we're about 10 minutes away from the show. So if you hang on, we'll show you the show. Yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know about Branson and the shows. I'm trying to think. There was 2 other shows at the Riza Live Theater. You got Dustin Tavella and Reza, and there were 2 other. Oh, MJ, I forgot, man. One of the best shows. Yeah, MJ the Illusion. Oh, if you love Michael Jackson music, you gotta see it. The guy's name that does it is Michael Knight, and he has full backup singers. No, I posted a short of it yesterday. Hey Dale, good to see you. Yeah, thank you for joining. But it's called MJ the Illusion, and it's at the Reza Theater. And you gotta see it. I mean, he sounded just like Michael Jackson, had the moves of Michael Jackson. They had the backup singers were really good. They had one girl that was just awesome, phenomenal. It actually sounded like, I don't remember who Michael Jackson did the duet with of this particular song, but the girl sounded just like her too. yeah, so if you like Michael Jackson's music, you gotta see MJ the Illusion. And then there's a fourth show there, which was the oh yeah, Doug Gabriel show. That's I think that was there. Yeah, the Doug Gabriel show. That's a little bit more for older people, but he's good. Great singer. He's got a good act. Yeah, so I would say my favorite are $1 Million Quartet, the Haygoods, the Outdoor Drama, MJ the Illusion. There was another one. One of the first shows I filmed. I can't remember what it was, and they're one of the oldest shows here, but it was real good. Hamner. Yeah, it's called the Hamners. And that's kind of a variety show. He does some illusions, and it does a lot of stuff with birds. So the Hamners variety show. So we'll walk out here on this deck. Oh, one other thing I want to show you about. You see these wires there? That's a little zip line. It's kind of a more kiddie zip line. You sit down and you don't go all that fast. You go across the river, then you go back. But it's a nice view. I had wanted to do it, but I did it in 2021, so I may just use that footage. So there's just stop by to say hello. Hey, Michelle, thank you. And Ed, yeah, I couldn't read that before it disappeared. So this is a little boardwalk that goes behind the water fountain. So I believe we're about 5 minutes from the show. Yeah, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. 8 minutes from the show. So if you all can hang on there. Oh, I want to point out the restaurants too. The restaurant over there is the Jimmy Buffett's Land Shark Grill. Here you have the other Sight and Sound Theater, right? Yeah. If you weren't, hey Ed. Yeah, the Sight and Sound Theater. That was the only show that wouldn't allow me to film, and the guys who hired me, that they even tried to use their contacts to convince them. But you know, that was one show that just wouldn't allow me to film. The other shows, even though in some of the other shows, like the Magicians, they rarely allow a videographer to film, but they allowed me to do it. But Sight and Sound just couldn't convince them. Because this morning I was scheduled to do Sight and Sound, but it kind of worked out good because I couldn't do Sight and Sound. I ended up doing the Pets and Giggles show with the dogs, so that worked out good. So of course, these water fountains, you know, the later it is in the evening, the better. The more darker it is, the more impressive it is. So we'll walk around to the grassy area so you can kind of see the fountain, so you can see the whole fountains from a little bit of a distance. Yeah, so tomorrow's my last day here after 11 days of filming, and then editing. It's going to take a while to edit this. It's going to be 2 weeks. But it's going to be pretty good, whether I make it one video or 2 videos. And even if you never come here, I think you're going to want to watch the videos because they're going to be extremely entertaining. Doing 16 shows, that gives me a lot to work with. So, of course, it's going to be pretty funny and entertaining. And Bailey's going to be in it too, so it should be pretty good. So we're about 5 minutes from the show, so hold on. I know it's going to be copyrighted music, but oh well. I want you guys to see it and hear it. Yeah, so we got 5 minutes. Of course, you see a lot of Chiefs uniforms here. Best fountain shows in the country, maybe at Longwood Gardens. Oh, really? Longwood Gardens, Pennsylvania. So Branson, they get a lot of tourists here, of course, from Kansas, Oklahoma, Minnesota, Indiana, a lot of your Midwestern states here. And of course, a lot of people from Kansas City come down here. And it's fairly dog friendly. The area is pretty dog friendly, so it's a good place to bring a dog. Hey, Billy, thank you for joining. So if you didn't hear, we're getting ready to watch the fountain show in about 4 minutes here. When I did the video in 2021, I did it on 4th of July. So they do the 4th of July celebration and set off the fireworks here. And the thing I remember about that was it was one of the longest fireworks show I'd ever seen. I mean, it just went on for a good 30 minutes. So, and if you take that Branson jet boat that I was talking about earlier, it starts off coming this way and shows the fountain. Then it jets out that way, then does some crazy things. And we'll post the short to that jet boat probably tomorrow morning, hopefully. I'll get that edited tonight, I think. So a lot of people are starting to gather here. And let me see, Bailey. There's Bailey looking at the water fountain. Say hi, Bailey. Say hi to the YouTube people. Say hi to all your fans, Bailey. Yeah. Yeah, Bailey's getting pretty good. You know, those of you who've been following her progress, she's starting to warm up with people. Hey, Amy. Yeah, I was just talking about Bailey, and, you know, Bella loved people but didn't care for other dogs. Bailey loves other dogs but has been timid with people, but she's starting to get better and better, and especially with kids. Bailey now is starting to go up to kids and licking them, which that's great to see. You know? So getting her around a lot of people has been good. So I'm pleased with Bailey's progress. So we should be just about a couple of minutes from the show. I'll show you a little more of the courtyard. Yeah, so again, in the video, we're going to show 10 resorts. We're going to actually, you're going to show three different golf clubs, but we're going to show a hotel, the Thousand Hills Hotel, the cabin at Grand Mountain, which is part of the Thousand Hills Hotel, but they're cabins, and that's where I'm at. So we'll show you a lot of that. It looks like they're getting ready to start the show now, and then a lot of waterfront. The vacation rentals you can stay at and rent will give you several options, and in some places that are, you know, away from all the crowds and the people, because when you're doing the shows and you're traveling the strip, you might start to get a little tired of people and you want to get away, get out into nature. So there's places you can do that here, and gonna take a trip up there in September. Yeah, I'll try to do my best there. Yeah, September's a good time to come too. It was hot here last week. In fact, it was even hotter than Tampa. But this week it's cooled off a little bit, and this weekend it's really pleasant now because it's overcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem.
Hey, Raphael. Yeah, it's awesome, Raphael. Yes, there's a sight and sound theater here, but I won't be able to film it. Yeah, thanks, Mad Cow. I'll check it out. Well, there you have it. And I think they just do one song. So they have, I think, about 12 songs in their repertoire. And this time, no, they did the national anthem, but they also have a lot of pop music that they do. So I'm going to be back here in an hour to film it for the edited video. And it's going to be even more impressive than that because it's going to be a little bit darker. So if you want to see that, you're going to have to watch the edited videos. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. And thank you all for joining. I appreciate your support. This has been, you know, even though there's been fun times on this has been a real challenge to film because it's been non-stop. So I wanted to edit a little bit more, get more videos up, but just haven't had time. And I, you know, caught some type of a little virus, which I'm fighting right now to get through. So I appreciate all your comments and your support. It really means a lot from you. So from Branson, Missouri, thank you, Bella. I appreciate it. You all joining in. I hope you all are having a great Saturday evening. So long from Branson. See you back in Tampa soon.